So, a few things have gone on. Apparently, at some point, I got a notice from the PlayStation Network. They didn't like something. I don't know what it was because they don't tell you. And I don't really say anything, so I'm a little confused. But anyways, so I took a little bit of a break from this. Did run some laps though. And I think I ran last week's course. I ran 9 or 10 races and won 6 of them. So not too shabby. And I've run 3 races here. First one I think I finished 8th. I think I got something happened. I think I got hit. And I went from 4th to 8th. And then I started on pole, was up by 3.5 seconds, and then somehow dropped the tire off. And that just started a melee, which ended up finishing 10th. And launched a bunch of SR because I got into the pack of just craziness. And where everybody will pass you by hitting and all that kind of stuff, but can't actually make it through a corner. So, yeah, it was very exciting. And then now I won the last race, so 5 seconds, I think so feel like I'm figuring this course out finally. So the Lamborghini, it's all right. It's not like my favorite car by any stretch of the imagination, but it's growing on me only from the standpoint of I've been doing really well in it. So oh, that's a penalty. The car got sideways there. Yeah. I'm just gonna start over on that one. So you can't do anything this week to this car, and so I get to make it fast. I crank the rear bias all the way up. So yes, it is a little squirrely, but unstable, can be fast. Oh, that didn't work. Too much cranking of the wheel one way and then the other way. Yeah. So we'll see where I start and how this race goes. But I will say the problems of getting into races not being clean, we'll put it that way, is very much a my take on it is you got to qualify better. Once I started qualifying better, just getting in with a different group of drivers. Not that they all behave great, but you're not in big packs, because the problem is I would end up in these big packs and somebody is just going to take you out. It's just odds are, and whether they do it on purpose or not is totally kind of irrelevant, right? Does it make any difference if you you're in fifth and you get taken out on purpose, or fifth and you get taken out by accident. Now you still finish the same. Doesn't really matter. And I don't know. Oof. I think that's going to be a penalty too, is what I'm guessing. I haven't gone that way yet, but I'm guessing that's a penalty. Apparently not. I don't know what's a penalty and what's not. Ooh, missed the corner. So that's the other thing with the hard tires, is you got to be a lot more precise with the car. It's not as forgiving, and so you really got to get yourself slowed down to go fast. It's really, you gotta, I know it's gonna be obvious, but you really gotta use the brakes. Like, there's no, anytime you're sliding, you're not fast. So I guess it's demonstrating that my lap time wasn't a fluke. Because I can run with a couple tenths of it over and over and over again, so. Right? Yeah. There we go. That's good. It's hard when the ghost car, you're like right on top of the ghost car, because it's hard to pick up your turn-in point. Ooh, overshot the corner. But it is, this place is a very technical track, and that's not a fast way. Kind of hurt the so very technical. The harder you push the car, at least for me, the worse it goes. But I would also say that has to do with the setup I run. You gotta be really precise with it. Otherwise you're gonna get yourself in trouble because it's gonna spin. Oh my gosh, I'm like in the bumper. I still can't believe I've run so many laps here now. And other than that one race that I was up by 3.5 seconds with 2 laps to go, I haven't dropped a tire, so it was a little frustrating, but it's what it is. I agree with that. Race is not won on the first turn. It's lost on the first turn, but not won. So, see how this goes. This is a competitive lobby. Look at all the cars that are 139s. Wow. So this is going to be a challenge. I like the August affair or whatever. I like the blue Ferrari. It's a good looking blue. Somebody's running a WRX fast. It's impressive. Or they qualified for something else and they're trying out the WRX. Who knows? Actually, the top 2 cars are WRXs. Wow. So apparently I'm the top qualifying Lambo. All right. No pit stop required. And he's British. Yes. No, it's a sprint race. I agree. Trying not to run the guy over, but Lambo would definitely get through there better than the WRX. All right. 3-car breakaway. I can handle that. I had to get out of the gas to make sure I could get around that corner. Hard because where I want to turn, he's right there, and I gotta wait. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Too much missing the corner there. Ugh. Not good driving on that lap. That is definitely my fault. No one to blame but me on missing those corners there. See if I can run a cleaner second lap. There we go. Can we close in? There we can. It's gonna take a lot. I'm gonna have to close a lot more than this, but I think I can catch back up again. Might take me a whole lap, but oof, missed that corner. All that talk about driving precise, definitely not doing that. What did I say? Drive technical? Yeah. This is not a definition of that. This is driving a little off. If I would drive better, I know I can get around these guys, but I gotta drive better. Alright, I'll be honest, I have some, I'm probably kind of hard on myself here. If you don't know it, I used to race, so. Not for a super long time, a few years, but it's an expensive sport. I raced a WRX and an Evo, so these WRXs in front of me got to get beat. I'd love to race a Lambo. I did drive once at Road America a Viper. Nice. That's pretty awesome. I have not done paintball. I've done laser tag. I have not done paintball. Not that I'm scared of getting hit or anything. I just haven't done paintball. It does look like fun though. Ooh. He's gonna come across my nose. Dude, I'm like right there. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta kind of know that going in, I assume. There we go. You gotta muscle this car. He's gonna try to stay on the inside, and I'm gonna cut to this side, and we're gonna see what we can get done here. I'm gonna try to get him offline, which is what I did. There we go. All right. Let's see. What can we get done here? Can I get this done? All right, so I got one lap left. And a little under a second. I don't know if I can get it done or not, but we'll try it. If I was a little closer, I might be able to get it done just because I can put more pressure on, but I'm not quite fast enough to get them to really screw up. But we'll see. Thanks. Yeah, I lost some time there. It wasn't as clean, but he had a really good run through there. He was left third. See if I can get a run through here. So you'll notice I go in there slower. This track is a lot about going in slow and then powering through. I'm taking a tighter line to his wider line. I'm just trying to take a different line. This track is really hard when you're really even with somebody to get around them, because there's a lot of good places to protect. I just could not get the car to turn there. Well, man, it's one more lap. I probably could have had a chance at him. I don't know if I'd have gotten him, but I cut half that time. I'll take it. I cut half that time. All right. What happened to the... Who was I racing? The other WRX. Where'd he go? Wow, something happened to him. That did not go well. when I'm the last place guy running around, it doesn't seem like I'm waiting forever. But when you're at the front of the pack and you're waiting for the rest, sometimes it's like, where did everybody go? All right. I've had a pretty spectacular run the last 2 days. I think I have, what did I figure out? 12 races last 2 days? 13? 12? Let's see. Maybe 14. 14 races. I've had 2 that did not end well. But I think I've had 4 seconds and like 8 wins or something. I don't know. It's been crazy. I've had a absolutely crazy run lately. So part of it is just luck of the tracks, right? Last week the GT4 track was I can't remember what it was, but that track I kind of got figured out finally, and then this track I've got enough laps on that it's very technical, and I'm learning you have to slow down. As much as you think you have to slow down, you have to slow down even more. Like, you'll notice, I go down to first in a couple corners, and I really got the brakes, and I really take a tight line. I've tried the course before with more arcing, and it just, the cars aren't fast enough. If you're running GT3 here, then you need more arc. But the GT4 cars are just too slow, I guess is the way to say it. So just getting down and running really tight lines slower seems to be fast. So I don't know. And yeah, so that's I don't know what I'm at now. Well, getting up there. Yeah, the run's been pretty crazy because I started out at the bottom of the B, or close to the bottom of the B, 2 days ago. Yeah, give it a shot. See how it goes. Like I said, run. I mean, you saw the lines I was taking. It's pretty. You just run tight, and really on that first corner, really get on the brakes and really arc it up against that curbing on the inside. Because then you can, so you really slow down, but then you can accelerate all the way through that right-hander and the long left-hander, getting on that long straightaway, and that run you get out of that is just, it makes a big difference. I mean, you can run people down that straightaway if they didn't take that same angle, but it really seems weird because you really feel like you're coming to a dead stop. You just got to watch it when you're in the middle pack or in the back half of the pack, because people try to dive bomb there, and you may have to take a tighter line slower just to protect yourself there. So that's my advice. Take it or leave it. So yeah. All right, I think we're gonna run one more here, and I'll call it a night. I will say the races that have been, like this last one was very fun. Though obviously winning the previous one was very fun. I went live when that one ran. I think I did a second lap. I think I averaged second a lap faster, so I think I won by 5. It's fun, but if you did that over and over, it just kind of gets boring. So this last race, I would say, was more fun. But I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to win these. They're challenging, and definitely when you get up higher in the DR, so it gets more challenging. So again, I run since you can't make any changes on the car, I run full rear brake here to get this all-wheel drive car that likes to understeer to turn. So it does take a bit of learning to get it to drive like that, because it is very unstable. So yeah, stay real tight to this curb here, and then you can kind of run through there full throttle. Apparently he got through there way better, but yeah, that is a big part of the lap. It makes a big difference. Then here it's a second gear turn, try to get down and then just get on it, and I usually flatten it out a little bit. You can run like he runs, a little wider. I just think it gets a little, if you're racing, it's a little risky. And then I try to stay tight in here. Again, when you're racing, you're just concerned about, oh, I missed that entry. So, and you want to stay tight on these. So really slow. It feels really weird. So, and then this one, I found first gear works the best in here. Just cut this corner. And then this is the second gear corner, at least in the Lambo. And that was too much brake because I missed the corner. So apparently talking and describing what you should be doing and actually doing it, I'm not good at it anymore. I used to be an instructor. Maybe I can do it better when I'm actually in the car. I don't know. Yeah. So we gotta start here in 2 minutes. That's where I missed the corner. So you can see, I didn't get a great entry in there, but that was worth like 2 seconds, and then the exit out of there is worth another. I mean, that was half a second that I got out of that different entry, and it wasn't even perfect. So it just gives you an idea of why a couple of those corners are so important in there. And this, I gotta get better at that. The fast runs, you can if you get that just right, it makes a huge difference, as you can imagine, because you carry all that speed all the way down here. Probably the most critical corner on the whole thing, because of the long straightaway you have. But. Okay, so I cut where he cut, and watch, I might get a penalty. There's been a bunch of these people that have gotten fast times that I've downloaded, and where they run, you get a penalty. But it didn't count a penalty for them. That's been interesting. All right, so here we go. Oh, starting second. Same guy. I think it was the same guy. Yes. Yeah, the only problem is that quickly becomes penalties if you just go a little too far, or you do what I did in the race. I was up by 3.5 seconds. Oh, great. That was awesome. I'm assuming you're still there. I get a network error. Yeah. So I got it. That was interesting. I got a network error. I got booted out, but I'm still streaming. Go figure that one. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the one I was running, I was 3.5 seconds up with 2 laps to go, and I just barely dropped a tire in the grass. Spun it. I was up by so much. I got back on track, but the guy just got around me, and I was faster than him, but we were in a section. I just could not get a good run. And he ran me wide all the way down the front straight. And so I knew I was going to try to cut underneath him. And I got too wide and got a tire just a little bit again in the grass. And going into turn 1, that's a horrible situation. I did a complete 360 and I think lost like, I don't know. I think I finished 10th. I was right at the back of a huge pack, but I couldn't do anything with them. But, yeah. Unbelievable. So I was all ready to race, and I got booted on a network error. I don't know what's going on. All right, I'll probably try a couple more qualifying laps here, and then I'm going to call it here. See if I can find anything else. Since I'm not going to sit around for another 20 minutes waiting to get in. I figured I'd be able to get in here. So let's see. So on qualifying, yes, I agree with you. You got to really use the limits. So we'll see if I can get something to work here. I'd like to get lower in the 39s. Take a longer first lap here to get a little more speed. Oh, I missed the entry. That was wonderful. Alright, well, we'll test some stuff on this lap since it's going to be slow anyways. Alright, so we'll set this up for a lap here, since I screwed up the entry of the previous lap. We'll call that one a warm-up. I'm still frustrated by the fact that I got booted out on a network error, but my streaming kept working, so apparently the network error was not on my end. So, alright. See how close I can stay to him now. good. I'm going to give back some time there. Got a little lower there than what I had in the past. Wow. I'll take it. There's still time out there. That was really abusing the limits there. I don't know if that's going to work or not. But we'll see. I'm going to go wide. Ooh, I want to get on the gas. Brain said get on the gas. Feet did not. That would have been a really good run out of there. I'm still playing around with different lines in there. Woo! Okay, you can't tell that, but that was actually, my steering wheel was actually the opposite direction than the car was going in. That was one huge slide. Oh, not good. Yep. So overdriving the car there at the end. All right. We'll run once more. And then we'll call it a night. I got down to 139.5. I'll take that. I now have video evidence that I actually ran that time, right? All my other qualifying efforts were not live. So. Ooh, there's a little bump in there that might actually work. I hit it, and it definitely turned the car pretty good. I'll have to see if I can catch that again. Slowly losing ground. Whoa. Okay. So I'll explain something there. That other arc that everybody does, that wide arc, you can get away with if you don't run this brake bias. But this brake bias at speed, like these slow speeds, it doesn't do anything. But at speed, when you hit the brakes, it turns the car hard. To the point where you gotta have the steering wheel unwound a lot. So those arcing corners, for them to really work, you gotta kind of learn to hit the brakes as you're unwinding the steering wheel so that you don't do what I just did. Like driving this setup in an actual real Lamborghini would be a handful. Not saying you can't do it, I'm just saying maybe a handful. Because I will say it's much easier for me to tell grip levels on tires actually in the car than I can on the game. I just, for whatever reason, I just have a hard time with that in the games, in these sims. Whereas you get me in an actual car, I can drive the tires right to the limit. But you know, these sims, and I don't know. My son was asking me earlier. I said, you drive by your butt. It's It's essentially where your hands are, where your feet are, and then what your butt's telling you on the angle the car's going. And when they don't add up, then you learn one of them's got to do something, right? Either unwinding the steering wheel, or cracking the throttle, or something. You gotta change something based on whatever you have, or go the other way, right? Or I realize I got a lot of grip, and I can get back on it earlier. Oh, I overwent the one way. Oh, okay. That's gonna frustrate me on that lap. I had a really good turn in, and then I blew it on the where I didn't unwind the steering wheel to get the other way. I hooked it too far. All right. Okay, that's at the edge of the track limits there. We'll see if I get a penalty out of that or not. Nope, that one cleared. Okay, that entry was actually the result of the brake bias. It got in there really sideways. I was not expecting that. Oh. It says bringing back memories of autocross. Go out there and run your first run, lay something down, go out there the second time, and run a really good time. I mean, I'm talking like, you know, really good. And then go out there the second time going, okay, I'm going to pick up a bunch. And then you run pretty much dead even. And then you start going, well, maybe that's as fast as you can go. Like, yeah, so in autocross, I was definitely fast out the gate, but sometimes I couldn't get the more time. Yeah, sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't. So it kind of made a big difference on where you finish, obviously. And the rain in autocross, I'm going to say a lot of people don't like it. I had a blast racing in the rain. Nationally, that was probably one of my best finishes, was in the rain. But I feel like in the rain, if you're smooth, if that's your driving style, the rain's gonna really help you, because there's nowhere where you just really, we'll call it overloading the tires. And ran into a problem there. All right. Well, we'll call 139.5 good enough for tonight. Ran 139.7 on those. Not bad. I'll take it. All right. Well, have a good evening. Good night, wherever you are. Morning, wherever you're located. And good luck. Hope that helps. Hopefully you get a win or two. So, I think, or did I do this long enough where the race is starting here? Oh, I guess I'll run one. I'm already at 3 minutes to go. Might as well. All right, so we'll run one more. We'll see where a 139.5 sets me up. That was interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it start at a 5. Must have hit something and doing something. That would be a very frustrating traction level. Traction control level. 3 is frustrating to me. Honestly, 1 is frustrating to me. I can't imagine 5. I'm very much not. I don't like a lot of electronics. Don't get me wrong. I have active rear diff in the car I have, and it'll really it's all-wheel drive, but it's got very sophisticated rear diff, and it makes a big difference. It makes a car that would normally understeer not. So as long as you drive it right. But it's got a lot of weight on the nose, so a lot of people complain about them, but I always race all-wheel drive all-wheel drive cars that people would complain about. So it doesn't really. They always complain that they would understeer, and I'm always like, that means you got to slow down more. Slow in, fast out. Those kind of cars really like that. It's not a BMW that you can kind of just float through the corner. You got to be more meticulous with it. We'll call this a fast version of my Evo. Yeah. I will say the Evo had some crazy grip levels though. I could do things that I was just like, I think this is going to work. And then you'd go, I can go faster. That was like nothing for it. So, old Evo 8 that had quite a bit of work done to it in the suspension and diff departments. So this should be a good warm-up, hopefully. So that was a slide, and just worked on catching it before I got into the corner too far. Yeah, that's interesting. I got the car to slide there and then tried to use the throttle to turn it. It kind of works. I can guarantee you that is not Dale Earnhardt Jr. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with I doubt it. If we were on iRacing, maybe. But I don't know. Well, we'll see how this goes. I have the invisible car that's in second, and the invisible car in third. So they're a surprise. Oh, there they are. All right, so gray and purple. Everybody starts there. Biggest thing is just learning and not getting frustrated. And download the ghost cars, especially at new tracks, early, and follow them as best you can to get the line down, braking, all that kind of stuff. And you'll see that I have the markings on. I don't necessarily go by that's where I'm going to brake or anything. I find it really hard to pick up stuff on the virtual track. Like when I'm at the track, it's easy to pick up, you know, the markers and stuff like that. But in here, I find that it's really difficult. So having those just gives me that visual reference point. Yeah, the first lap, the car is really squirrely right there because of the speed differential that you have versus what you normally have coming in there. So, oh, I gotta watch that. So. And usually on the first lap, a lot of people are kind of, some people will lose the markings on where they're kind of like where they should be braking and everything. So I always find being a little conservative on the first lap helps. Now, sometimes you get run over. Can't do anything about that, but until you get a rhythm down, sometimes it's better just to be a little conservative. So you'll see I'm being a little more conservative with my line. Now, part of this is I'm able to do this because I got a little bit of a cushion. There we go. Hey, I'll take 3/4 of a second or so in the first lap. Half a second? We'll call it half a second. He's gaining on me. And he gets hit, and I get hit. I'm gonna have to protect now. Yeah. I'm gonna shut the door on you because I already got hit once and then you hit me. Oh, wow. These are some really skilled drivers here. Wow. All right, I might be an S driver, but you keep banging into me, and we're gonna have problems. I mean, I love the no brakes business. I got the blood flowing a little bit. Now I'm a little perturbed. Alright. 2 laps left. I would say I was relatively clean there. You could argue otherwise, but I'd be okay with it. But for the fact that I got run into twice for people to pass me and send me way offline, I think I was very restrained. So I got a go-karting story. So was go-karting, showed up at a place, and I could see that people were out there running, and they were really running. I mean, this 2 people were just like really running over people out there, just knocking them sideways constantly. And so they were done, and those 2, everybody else left because they were upset with it, and the place wasn't doing anything about it. And the guy that was letting me out there said, "Well, you're gonna be okay out there because they've been really hitting people." And I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. I'll be fine." And so started making some laps. Went down to the first hairpin, and I knew the guy was right behind me, and I knew he was gonna come in there hard to run in the back of me. And right at the last second, I jumped to the opposite lane, and he went flying by me and ran head on into the barrier. Yeah, that was the end of that. They did not touch me the rest of the time. I didn't have to touch them. I just took away their extra set of brakes, which was my go-kart. So the big point of that story is sometimes when people are aggressive, you can actually use their aggressiveness against them. Like, for example, sometimes when you're racing against somebody and they're really pushing it, is to make it look like you're going to just go hard in the corner and then back out early. And they're going to miss their point, and it allows you to duck underneath them because you actually broke early. So you can actually slide underneath them and take advantage of the aggressiveness. So, all right, so this was kind of ridiculous. I was not expecting this. There must have been a melee behind me. Yeah, so 2 guys I was running with, 7th and 8th. And then that blue one was up there too for a little bit. But yeah. All right, well, another run in. If this continues, I will probably be racing in A, and things will get a lot more real. Yeah, pole, fastest lap, clean lap. Nah, not bad. I'll take it. I'm definitely on a run last 2 days. So, all right. Well, yeah, you've been doing the C daily, so the GT3 cars. Yeah, the problem I always have is there's only certain tracks I can jump between the GT4 and the GT3s. So usually I do the sprint races only because I usually don't have that much time that I can just devote in one spell. I know it sounds weird, but Sometimes got to go take something with the kids or other things or work or whatever. Since kind of call all hours of the day and night. So yeah, so I do the shorter races usually. But all right, well, good luck. Have a good. We'll save that one. That one's actually pretty entertaining. Have a good races the rest of the evening, and I'll see you sometime next time I'm on. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Have a good one.